Okay, we are going to make a video of opening another battle bag. We reviewed all 4 of the battle bags in a different episode, and we opened one of the land creatures. It was bag, I can't remember which number was. I think it was number 3. It was one of the land creature bags. That was the first time we had ever opened a battle bag or dealt anything with a battle bag before. It was really interesting. So today we have one of the water ones, just to see the difference. And more information on these and the other videos, that runs down majority of it. The Star Wars Episode 1 thing. I'll just jump right into it. Now we normally never open anything, but these are exceptions because these aren't really rare. You can still get them on eBay. You can get all 4 of them on eBay. They're each. This one was $3. It was by itself, and it's actually not the one that I ordered. I ordered bag number 1. This is bag number 2, but I emailed the lady. She said that there was a mistake, and she told me just to keep this one. She's going to send me the right one, so it's all good. But I'm not going to, well, I am going to open the other one, but we're probably not going to make a video of that one. It's because we got one right here. So anyway, I forgot to press start on my timer, but I'm going to go ahead and set it for 5 minutes. That's how these bags are supposed to work. You let them soak for 5 minutes. We'll take them out, let them soak for 5 minutes, and then you use this little utensil here. It says it's a knife. It looks kind of like a knife, saber. It definitely looks like something the Gungans would use. But after about 5 minutes of sitting in the water, it doesn't say anything specifically about temperature, but this water's kind of warm. It's a little bit more than room temperature. But anyway, the directions for it again, before you begin, cover the play area with old newspaper or paper towels. Keep some paper towels for cleanup. Yeah. Alright, first step, place the battle bag in the container, or in a container of water, and let it soak and expand, which is exactly what it's doing, for 5 minutes. Be sure the bag is fully submerged. Now the material that's in there is kind of flaky, kind of imagine sort of like the feel of Pop Rocks is what it feels like, and the bag is like sort of a felt material. Then whenever you put it in the water, after 5 minutes, the bag expands. The little flakes turn into like little, kind of like goo sand combination kind of thing. I guess that's the best way to describe it. It's very strange.
Very toxic.
It might be toxic. I don't know.
When did episode 1 come out?
In 99?
And it's 2016.
98, 99.
Almost 2017.
99. The date on the back of this, the packaging is 1998. But a lot of Star Wars stuff came out before the actual movie did. This may be an example. I could be wrong. 98, 99. Let's see if it's worth any Jedi Master points. 10 Jedi Master points. If anyone's still collecting those. I never did. I got a toy and I took it out of the bag, or out of the packaging, and I threw the packaging away and I played with my toy like everybody else did with Star Wars stuff. I never thought about leaving it up on the shelf and it being worth something someday. That had never crossed my mind. Let's see. The second step is going to be to remove the bag from the container and use the cutting tool to open it as shown. That's saying move the bag out of the pot of water. We're going to put it right here and cut it with said goofy plastic knife. It's not really that sharp, but you can feel it. It's definitely going to cut through that little felt wet bag. It's plastic. It's flimsy. Let's see. And the third step, within the ooze, you'll find 4 Star Wars creature figures. Rinse them off and use them to create exciting adventures, just like in the movie. Now the other ones, the land creatures, the set that we got, well, you can see the other video. On the back it shows all 4 sets. We got that one right there of the land creatures, and all of them, you know, they're quality creatures. They're like something you would buy like in the Power of the Forest packs or the regular episode 1, you know, the solid plastic material, or rubbery material, whatever it is. Now all of the creatures that came in it, actually, one thing that I like about the figures is the ones that actually stand up on their own power well. Like one, you can adjust the feet and they'll stand right up on a solid surface. You can jump all around, move all around, and they'll stand up. They won't fall down. But there's a pet peeve of the loose figures. This is the ones that don't stand up on their own power. I got to lean them against something. All 3 of the 4 will stand up on their own power. Even the 2-legged thing. You watch the other videos, see it. The 2-legged Cadu or whatever it's called. It even stands up on its own. But the Ikopi, which is some kind of weird deer thing, it will not. I mean, there's no way. You can't adjust it. It's just a flaw in the design. It's got one of its legs picked up and it will not stand up on its own. So it leans against something. This one being a water or a sea creature set, the goo or the ooze inside is different. For the 2 land creature bags, it's green. For the 2 water creatures or sea creatures, it's blue. And that's our timer telling us to quit talking and start opening. So I'm going to try to gently open this. Okay. I'm going to sit it on this for a second. I'm going to get up over here and move this pot of water for just a second because I don't want to drop it by accident. I'll put this stuff over here. Now that I got some more room, I'll bring the water back because the water helps clean off the ooze and everything. Kind of helps clean it off. Put this right here and we'll start cutting. I'll just cut. Once you make the first incision here, it's like we're doing surgery, you just kind of cut across and it's already oozing out. Feels like whenever Han cut into that tauntaun, this has got to be a lot what it's like. Now if you look in there, that is some green stuff. It's
some blue stuff.
It's like filmy. It's not gritty, but it's like filmy ooze. It's gooey. It's like some kind of elementary school science experiment we used to do.
Gone wrong.
Slime. Here's the first figure right here. I'm gonna rinse it off. This stuff just disintegrates in water. Another thing, the green ooze kind of stained the figures a little bit green. But this blue ooze, or at least on this first fish, doesn't look like it stained it. This one, according to the pack, is called an angelfish. It's curious looking, but you know, it's a quality figure. It's like something I would imagine would come in, you know, the regular packaging if they sold it that way. But the battle bags was a fun way to actually get these into play sets. You know, they're more likely to sell these packs where there's more. You can actually open them up and everything. It's kind of a cool factor behind that, other than just saying, "Hey, let's go to the store and buy the pack of the fish." The next creature is the one of the 3 creatures in here that I don't really care for that much being in the pack. The OPC killer. Let me wipe my hands off. The OPC killer, like we saw in episode 1, the first fish that starts attacking him. He's got its grabbing tongue sticking right out of his face. Now, if you look at the bottom, if you can see it, it did stain the bottom of this one blue.
It's not.
It's all right. Well, it did stain the bottom of this one blue a little bit. Let me get some of this goo disintegrated in here so I can actually grab. Here's another one. Let me rinse it off. This is called a SOE. S-O-E. and he's stained a little bit blue. It's kind of hard for me to really show this one real well. I'll kind of just sit him right here. Can you get a good view of him like that?
Yeah, I can get him.
You know, a size comparison, I have fairly large hands, but he's kind of small and skinny. Well, that's kind of neat. I mean, the angelfish, there ain't no way it's gonna stand up. It's gonna lean or it's just gonna flop over. I'll just sit that right there, right there. I'll just lean the angelfish over right here. And then the last one, let me get some more goo out of the way, or ooze. Let me rinse the figure off. If you just dunk the figure in the water and it'll rinse it right off. This is called a trigger. Well, in conclusion, I'm not sure. Life just got in the way, so we had to kind of make a little break in the middle of the video here. New refrigerator. This was the last fish that was in there, the trigger. And that's all 4 of them right there. The OPC killer in real life, or well, real life, in real Star Wars world, is definitely the biggest, but it's the smallest one in this pack. And I thought they were all going to be, you know, in comparison to about that size. They're all a little bit smaller than I thought they were going to be, but whatever. They're still neat. So anyway, that's the Sea Creature Battle Bag. And until next time, go figure. Peace.
Peace.